is 281. And 110 as a head coach. Meanwhile, the Plainswomen, after the 4-set victory last night, averaging better than 15 digs a set this year. Prior to going to the Salt Lake tournament last weekend, they were just at 13.5 digs a set. And when you talk about hitting percentage, they hit 327 as a team in the sweep win against Salt Lake Community College. But in the sweep loss to Central Wyoming, they hit just 028. So this team has been back and forth, and we documented it last night. They need to be able to get good back row play in order to get their ball handling in order. They had 4 or more ball handling errors in 3 of the 5 losses they've had this season. Only had 2 ball handling errors last night. That turned into a victory, so that's obviously a big plus. These two teams don't have a lot of history. This is the first time Indian Hills has come to the Sheila Worley Invitational. Indian Hills and NJC played at Iowa Western opening weekend of the season last year. Indian Hills won that 3-1, but the biggest differential in a set was 25-19. It included a 26-24 fourth set, so the teams matched up well last year. Plainswomen won in sweeps at the Hutch tournament when they went out there in both 2017 and 2018. Taylor Wieskamp for NJC scored 6 kills in last year's matchup. She's the top returning Northeastern hitter coming into the match. Haley Hadley is the top returning Indian Hills hitter coming into this match that played last year. She had 12 in that one. All 3 Indian Hills matches against teams that qualify for nationals in the fall of 2021, we noted, have gone 4 or more sets. They went 5 with WNCC earlier today, so this is not an Indian Hills team that's going to come out and sweep a lot of people, but they're just going to keep the pressure on you with that 300 hitting percentage across, because in those matches against teams that qualify for nationals in the fall of 2021, Indian Hills is 3-0 this year. Meanwhile, the Plainswomen have been swept twice by teams that went to nationals last year, and they're 0-3 in matches against teams that qualify for nationals in the fall of 2021. So as far as the trend goes, everything says Indian Hills, but this is NJC's home court. This is NJC's tournament and first match of the day, and that's our key to the contest. Brought to you by Bailey Mechanical. Getting your house the right temperature is difficult. Call 970-522-0471 and let Bailey Mechanical take care of you. First match of the day and only match. NJC is not playing 2 matches in this tournament in a single day, which is not something Coach Crispin wanted to do. She wants 2 matches in a day to give her team some opportunities to be tested, but I think that that's actually a detriment to the team coming into today, because we talked about it last night. This team has stumbled out of the gate practically every single match this year. They've not gotten off to good starts. And Indian Hills, having already won a 5-setter against the number 5 ranked team in the nation, has all the emotional momentum on their side. So the Plainswomen need to find a way to counter that. They're going to have to weather an early storm from Indian Hills and their big offense, and that storm's going to continue through. But you can't get fought back on your heels just because this is your first match of the day and you've stumbled out of the gate. So that's our pregame show and our key to the contest. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have first serve. It's Northeastern Plainswomen Volleyball against number 4, Indian Hills. It's the 39th annual Sheila Worley Invitational. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the Bank of Colorado Event Center as we are set to kick this one off. And our starters are brought to you by Ice Lanes. Have fun without breaking the bank. You can call ahead and reserve a lane or stop in anytime. And Ice Lanes, call 970-522-3331. The Northeastern Plainsmen will be in their gray uniforms as they come into play today. The Plainswomen will be starting Emma Meyer, Gabby Oos, Annika Helf, Sydney Bills, Lacey Hunt, and Taylor Wieskamp with libero Grace Yoder. For Indian Hills, they'll be starting Isabella Zukowski, Maggie Paeva, Larissa Scottamberlo, Erica Rosario, Jenna Vallee, and Geraldine De Los Santos with libero Sasha Vidal. The starting lineup for Indian Hills is freshman from Poland, freshman from Paraguay, freshman from Brazil, sophomore from the Dominican Republic, sophomore from France, sophomore from Dominican Republic, and freshman from Paraguay. Meanwhile, the Plainswomen, freshman from Utah, freshman from Louisiana, freshman from Germany, freshman from New Mexico, sophomore from Loveland, sophomore from Rifle, and freshman from Colorado Springs. Plainswomen going right to left will have the opening serve of the match from Meyer. Big set to the far side and a huge hammer for Jennifer Lee, who is averaging 2.67 kills a set. She's able to rifle it down to the floor. And the opening point of the match goes to the Indian Hills Warriors. It's actually Hennessis Lelaine that is the starter. She is the sophomore from Dominican Republic that is the setter. Plainswomen get a swing from Annika Helf off the near side, and Helf rips it down the line and in for a kill. So Annika Helf with the kill for the Northeastern Plainswomen, and we are square at one in set number one. So it must have been Rosario, I believe, that I miscredited for Hennessis Lelaine in the starters, as we don't have starting lineups on the PA in this one. Lelaine, who is a tall setter, quick set down the middle. Plainswomen read it, near side Hunt over the top of the block of the net, and Lacey Hunt will roll it down and in for a kill. And the Plainswomen out to a 2-1 lead here in the opening set of this contest. Back to serve for Northeastern. Again goes Annika Helf. Turn and whip it in, and a rotation violation on Indian Hills. I believe setter Hennessis Lelaine, who was in the back row, had slid in front of Jennifer Lee, who she is supposed to be behind prior to the serve. So 3-1 Plainswomen. Helf will rip it down the near side, fielded by Vidal, back row. Set, big hammer for Indian Hills. Dig goes into the rafters, and the hammer knocks it down. Larissa Scottamberlo with her first kill of the match. Scottamberlo averaging just shy of 3 kills per set so far. 3-2 lead for Northeastern. Serve will be punched down the middle. Fielded back row by Yoder for the Plainswomen. Back set far side. Wieskamp with the kill. Taylor Wieskamp, the right side hitter that is opposite Emma Meyer, getting the kill. Wieskamp was the right side opposite of Allie Shoemaker last year. Working with a different setter this year and working well. Serve down the middle for Sydney Bills. Back set near side. Huge hammers hammered to the floor by Larissa Scottamberlo for Indian Hills. 4-3 in set number one. Our first set brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. For over 100 years, they've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit PremierACA.com. Indian Hills will hammer the serve down the middle. Fielded back row by Annika Helf. Meyer sets near side. Chip short for Hunt. Covered up by Lelaine. Back near side down the line. On the spin goes Scottamberlo. Meyer back sets far side. Wieskamp off the block. Covered up high. Lelaine back set. Back row swing. Nicely read by Helf on the attack from Rosario. Near side off the block of the net goes Hunt. Dug up back row. One-handed set and a free ball back over. Plainswomen need to use it. Meyer sets. Near pin Hunt. Huge hammer finds the floor for the kill. Lacey Hunt with her second. She was exceptional last night, and will get the Plainswomen to a 6-2 substitution. De Los Santos was served for there. That was Maggie Paeva. who is the service specialist. So she will come off. Plainswomen bring Divine Faleau and Allie Shoemaker on as Allie will serve. Traditionally, this is your starting setter right, but Coach Chrisman obviously saw something she liked in the 5-setter earlier today from Indian Hills to want to start in a different rotation. How about a huge block? Lacey Hunt and Gabby Hughes turning back the attack of Scottumberlo. Plainswomen, who had 13 blocks yesterday, pick up their first of this one. Serve will be lined by Shoemaker down the near side. LaLanne will set up. Scottumberlo this time will use the block and pick up the kill, her third of the match. 6-4 Northeastern, set number 1. Good start, 10 points in, so the Plainswomen are not stumbling out of the block this time. Serve into the hands of Scottumberlo as she flies it down the middle, fielded by Health back row. Set near pin. Hunt roll shot into the block. She went off speed, and Lacey Hunt is being savvy with her play right now. She'll be served for by Faith Trinkle, but you get 3 kills and 3 rotations on that front row. I think you're doing your job as an outside hitter. Plainswomen lead by 3-7-4. Faith, who had 2 runs of 3-0 or greater on her serve last night, gets one here. Gabby Hughes and Annika Health denying back the attack of Erica Rosario. So the Plainswomen getting their blocking game going where it left off last night. 13 blocks in the 4-set win against Casper. 2 blocks in the first dozen points here today. Serve for Faye Trinkle. Dug free back onto the Plainswomen side. Right into the radar zone of Annika Health. She'll drop it down for a kill. And the Plainswomen lead by 5, 9-4 early in set number 1. Serve will be punched far side. How about an ace for Faith Trinkle? And there's another run. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 matches that Faith Trinkle, as a service specialist and defensive specialist, is able to work herself in a 3-0 or greater run. 10-4 Northeastern lead. Set over, covered up by Shoemaker. Force a Yoder bump set. Near side swing for Health down the line. Handed up for Indian Hills. Bump set far side, cross near side. Health trying to keep it in play. Yoder chases it down, and Trinkle, having to avoid the railing, finally won't get it over. That all set up by the powerful initial swing of Kinga Michalska, the freshman from Poland, who is replaced on the back line by Isabella Zukowski, also freshman from Poland. And Zukowski will have the serve, 10-5 Plainswomen. Serve fielded far side by Faye Trinkle. Set for Oos, who pokes looking for a campfire. Vidal diving dig up, far side swing inside the antenna, covered up by Help. Back set Faleau off the block, chased up high by Shoemaker, who backs right into Grace Yoder, the libero, trying to get over and cover. That ball played, it goes down off the swing from Jenna Vidal. Or Vidal's the other player, that's the libero. Bali, the sophomore from France, 10-6. Serve down the middle, fielded by Faith Trinkle. Near pin set for Annika Health. She didn't clear the net. We're 16 points in, and that's the first error for either team, unless you count the receive error on Faith Trinkle's ace. Some great volleyball between 2 nationally ranked foes. Serve fielded by Health. Set for Oos. Oh, yeah! Gabby Oos with her first of the night. Northeastern Plainswomen get an in-system kill with Allie Shoemaker as the setter for the first time this rotation. They'd use their defense with Allie out there. Grace Yoder will have the serve as she'll knock it near side. Popped up back row for the Indian Hills Warriors. Far side swing clips the net tape, rolls around the block, and Annika Health will free it over in short. Tip set near line. That's a tall front row setter in Hennessus LaLanne, who was able to turn and dump it back. Hennessus LaLanne is a 6'3 sophomore from the Dominican Republic, running as the 5'1 setter for the number 4 ranked team in the nation. 11-8 lead turns into 11-9 off of an ace that is mishandled back row for the Plainswomen. That ace goes to libero Sasha Vidal. So each team with an ace, and Indian Hills is able to get themselves back within 2 after trailing by 5 in this first set. Float serve near side, fielded by Health. Backs at Faleo, whistles it too wide and out. So a hitting error for the Plainswomen ended the run. Then Indian Hills was able to get a point of their own accord, and then back-to-back errors on the Plainswomen. Back within 1 they've come. Serve fielded quickly, back row, set down the middle. Sydney Bills tools the block at the net, and it gets down to the floor for her first kill of the match. We documented this last night with Emma Meyer as the setter in set 1 that the Plainswomen won, but had to come from behind to do against Casper. They weren't getting the same in-system kills that they were getting with Allie Shoemaker. The flip is the case right now as 1 rotation through. 5 in-system kills for the Plainswomen with Meyer as the setter, just 2 with Shoemaker. Plainswomen receive a nice attack. Annika Helf, did she catch the block? No, she didn't. Didn't clear the tape and rolls down the tape and out on another hitting error for the Plainswomen. Credit Indian Hills, and obviously Allie Shoemaker and Divine Faleo have been put in the positions they have been for a more defensive purpose. The Plainswomen need to get their offense balanced. That's how they were able to win in 4 last night. Wieskamp down the line, 3 free back after a diving dig by Vidal. Meyer will set near side. Veronica Help, huge hammer. She helps herself to her 3rd kill of the match. Back to serve she will go. Back in on the front row comes Lacey Hunt, who had 3 kills the first 3 rotations of the match. 13-11 Northeastern. Health, short serve, quick set, bar pin, attack, turn, back at the net. Sydney Bills and Taylor Wieskamp denying the swing of Scottamburlo. The Plainswomen have already put together 3 points shut down on their block. Indian Hills has not. They have capable blockers, do the Warriors. Serve deep from Health, up 14-11. Roll shot off the near side. Geneva Lee took something off that, and the French sophomore will give herself the serve on her 3rd kill of the match. Back in on the front row for Indian Hills came that would be, where is she? That's Michalska. Far side, solo block, turned back by Geraldine DeSantis. She denied the swing of Wieskamp. Indian Hills back within 1, 14-13 in set 1. Punch serve down the middle, popped up high, back row by Yoder. Back set, Wieskamp through the block. She'll get the kill, her 2nd of the match. And tandem working well, Wieskamp and Meyer. 15-13 Plainswomen on our scoreboard, brought to you by Bank of Colorado. Visit bankofcolorado.com for all your banking services today. Spin serve far side up by Michalska, who's set on the far pin. Michalska hops the block of the net, hopped up high by Hunt, backs up far side. Wieskamp turned back by Michalska and De Los Santos. Indian Hills with a pair of blocks the last couple points. 15-14 there within 1, and the serve into the hands of Maggie Paeva, the freshman from Paraguay. Paeva spins it dead center on Health. Nice receive. Meyer throws far pin. Wieskamp covered up by Health. Meyer will back set. No, she won't. She goes to Wieskamp, who pushes it near corner. Beautiful read by Taylor there to push to the line after the Plainswomen scrambled to keep it in play and keep the edge on Northeastern side in this opening set. 6-2 substitution brings Shoemaker and Faleo out there. This is where the Plainswomen had trouble staying in their system first time through. Serve from Shoemaker, back deep, near side push, off the block of the net, down the line, it's turned back. Gabby Oos with the stuff back. Lacey Hunt was covering line. 4th point shut down by the Plainswomen block. 3rd point that Gabby Oos has been a part of tonight on the block. And a timeout by Indian Hills with Northeastern up 17-14 in set number 1. Buckeye Welding Supply knows you have questions, and they've got the answers. They also have the supplies. See what sets them apart at Buckeye Welding Supply, 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. Northeastern Plainswomen Volleyball looking to take the first W for Northeastern today. Plains Women's Soccer lost 2-1 to Casper College, and Plains Men's Soccer garnered a 2-2 draw against the T-Birds. In coverage you heard earlier today on 94.5 The Ranch and 945theranch.com. Tomorrow we will have coverage of the volleyball match only against Hutchinson, but soccer is playing Northwest College tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. Busy weekend here in Sterling. That's not even including all the home football games that are about set to kick off across the eastern plains of Colorado. Out of the timeout in set number 1, Northeastern has a 17-14 lead. Allie Shoemaker will line the serve down the middle. Fielded by Vidal. Nice swipe into the block at the net by Erica Rosario. Rosario with her first kill of the match. 4th player with a kill. Plainswomen have 5 with a kill. None of theirs are their setters. 17-15 Plainswomen. Serve will be swiped deep by Scott and Burlow. Up quickly, set near side. Oos denied back. Solo block in front of her. And Erica Rosario says, Third block as a team for the Warriors. Who serve for the time. Down the middle, high up by Health. Shoemaker will set Faleo, trying to chop it over, but Shoemaker went under the net as the dig got her too close to the net, and that setting miscue, the first ball handling error of the match, will give Indian Hills the tie in set number 1. Scott and Burlow spikes it down the middle, high up back row. Shoemaker keeps it in play. Faleo turns and dumps it down. Indian Hills bench calling for a carry there. It was awfully close, but close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and volleyball is neither of those. As Faith Trinkle comes on to serve for Lacey Hunt. I mentioned Trinkle and her 3-0 or better runs on service last night and today. She'll try and get one here again. Vidal pops it up, far pin. Shot was shanked off the tape by Michalska, rolled around the block and down and in. That was an oops, and it went in. Michalska will take a seat as Zubkowski will come on to serve for her. Michalska's first kill of the match. 5th different Warrior with a kill, 18 all. Pop short, sliding dig up by Trinkle, set for Oos. Too wide and out, Gabby Oos goes. Indian Hills is still without a hitting error. Plainswomen have Ford getting a little overly aggressive, trying to keep the early momentum they were able to establish. Short serve near side, received by Health from the 10-foot line. Shoemaker up to Faleo. Ball rolled up quickly down the middle, swiped over, popped up by Yoder. Near side Health, roll shot off the block, handed up back row. Far pin swing, huge hammer. Yoder chasing it down, but can't keep it in play, and it will go down. Jenna Lee with her 4th kill of the match and the first Northeastern timeout of the game, with the Plainswomen now trailing 20-18 against the Indian Hills Warriors. This timeout is brought to you by Country Creations. Being a sports fan means having the right gear. You can do that right gear with Country Creations, County Road 24, Highway 6 in Sterling. Stop on by, and they'll get you outfitted for your next sporting event, which is going to be here in Sterling an awful lot in the month of September. Plainswomen Volleyball will be at home again on Tuesday after the Sheila Worley Invitational that concludes tomorrow against North Platte. Then they play 3 matches at home to kick off Region 9 play. They'll play Lamar on the 23rd, McCook on the 24th, and then WNCC on Friday, September 30th, all here in Sterling. You're going to get to see a lot of this team that is nationally ranked as they vie for a 5th consecutive appearance at the NJCAA National Tournament. So each team has burned a timeout, trying to stem the tide. As Indian Hills going left to right will have the serve out of Northeastern's first. Remains in the hands of Zukowski. Zukowski flutters it down the middle, fielded by Yoder. Shoemaker near side, down the line goes Health. Mishandled. She's going to get robbed of the kill. The block was in the net. Genesis Lelaine caught the tape when she reached for that swing. So the first blocking error for Indian Hills. And Grace Yoder, the freshman libero from Colorado Springs, will serve for the Plainswomen. Yoder, near side, going dead center, popped up high back row. Lelaine will set far pin, rolled dead center by Valee, high up by Trinkle, near side for help, into the block at the net. It cleared the tape enough, kept in play, Yoder to Faleo. She'll hand it over to Lelaine. Far pin swing. Valee, dead center, up by Trinkle. Shoemaker backs up. Faleo off the block. Chicken wing free back onto the Plainswoman side. Up by Yoder again, Faleo. Again she crosses near side off the block. Chopped up quickly. Valee will hop the block. Covered up by Yoder on the back line. Shoemaker will turn. She'll dump it over and find the campfire kill. The setter, who out of the back row traditionally can't get that done, but Allie and Emma both can. No protest from the Indian Hills bench to tie us up at 20 in set number 1. Grace Yoder to serve and give the Plainswomen the lead. Down the far side, back set near side, clipping tape and rolling around the block again is Erica Rosario. She's not hit the ball clean today, but has 2 kills because she's hit the tape in the right spot and it pops around the block. Indian Hills maintains the edge now, 21-20 in their libero. Sasha Vidal will serve. Vidal, near side, fielded by Health. Set for Health on the pin. Huge hammer and the kill. Annika Health with her 4th of the match. Plainswomen, again, just 2 in-system points with Allie Shoemaker as the setter that rotation. Back on comes Emma Meyer. They can solve the Rubik's Cube that is getting more consistent offense in what is technically rotations 4, 5, and 6. In this match, you're definitely going to be able to win something like this. As a huge rep near pin goes to Geraldine De Los Santos. She's able to crush it down. Indian Hills with a 22-21 lead. We know NJC's rotation 4 is this one that's on the floor right now, but it's what they started this match in. Serve fielded by Yoder. Meyer will run it down near press row, and a flat roll by Wieskamp will be knocked dead center. Zukowski pops it up, back set near side, blocked there, but could not turn back within the lines. Scott Umberlo's swing. Scott Umberlo's 4th and Northeastern's 2nd time out as they trail 23-21. First National Bank in Fleming wants you to be certain in your finances. They know you can be certain in their management team at First National Bank in Fleming. Member FDIC. We knew this was going to be a taxing day with all the action happening across campus here in Sterling. And this definitely is, once again, what you expect. You know, when this tournament was founded nearly 40 years ago by Sheila Worley, it was a chance to really kind of see everybody else across the region. But as NJCAA Volleyball has increased its presence nationwide, you're really starting to see tournaments like this pop up, like the tournament at Nimmi. The Plainswomen went week 1, like the tournament at Slick last weekend that they went to, where you've got so many nationally ranked teams and really kind of start to get there with 4 of the 5 teams in the field this weekend. It'll be exciting to see how this tournament grows in the coming years as competition like this continues to develop, and maybe you can't see this one become one of the hallmarks on the nationwide NJCAA schedule. Indian Hills up 23-21 out of the timeout, but a serve is shanked by Genesis Lelaine out of that timeout. So the error will give it to the Plainswomen and hand the serve to Annika Health as Lacey Hunt comes back in on the front row. Health flies it near side, mishandled back row by Valee. Far side, handed up by Health. Pump set, Meyer near side Hunt. She'll roll it short, covered up by Lelaine. Scramble bump set, near pin cross, 2 wide and out goes the attack of Jenna Valee. And the Plainswomen's tenacity on the back line forced Indian Hills into that hitting error. Plainswomen tied at 23. After this point, somebody will have a set point. Monica Helf will make it the Plainswomen. She hits a gravity ball ace that rams itself to the hardwood, and Indian Hills with a timeout in the coffer will take that timeout ahead of the Plainswomen's chance to go up 1-0 on Indian Hills. But that's not to say that this match is done just because you win the first set. In fact, WNCC can tell you differently. I'm pretty sure they won the first set against Indian Hills, and they had a 2-1 lead on the Warriors before Indian Hills came back and won in 5. But that was a back-and-forth affair, including 15-13 in the 5th set. Again, the beauty of this competition and getting these caliber of teams together, just, man, we are blessed here in Sterling, Colorado to be able to see matches of the caliber that we are this weekend. So out of the Indian Hills timeout, both teams devoid. It's set point for the Plainswomen at 24-23. Monica Helf will have the serve, having just picked up an ace. She'll fly one just past the back line. That was a lot closer than Indian Hills head coach Lindsay Michael wanted. I'm pretty sure she could be creating a diamond right now, as tight as that one was. First service error of the match for the Plainswomen as it nearly nestled the back line. 24 all. Serve down the middle, popped up high by Yoder. Near pin for Hunt. She'll cross it far side for Vidal. Back near side, and a crush through the block by Scudamberlo. She collects her 5th kill of this opening set and gives Indian Hills a set point at 25-24. Feliz serve, high up by Yoder, back row. Meyer sets for Weiskamp. 2-hit violation by Emma Meyer. The second ball handling error of the set gives Indian Hills the opening set 26-24. We'll take a break, and we will have the second set after this. It's Northeastern and Indian Hills at the 39th Annual Sheila Worley Invitational on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we welcome you back to Jackson and Edwards Arena as the Northeastern Plainswomen fall in set number 1, 26-24 to Indian Hills. I'm Ben Blecka. Our second set brought to you by Sky Ranch Golf and Grill. They have great golf as well as daily specials at their grill. Head on west on Highway 14 outside of Sterling and check out Sky Ranch Golf and Grill. Plainsman going to go left to right in this second set. The changeover has returned to NJCAA volleyball, so nice to have that sense of normalcy back. Plainsman will still use Emma Meyer and Taylor Wieskamp on the floor in the beginning of the set, so staying in essentially what has been rotation for them throughout this season. Indian Hills will have their setter, Hennesis Lelane, with the serve. So same spot they began in set number one. Lelane, the 6'3" sophomore setter, runs it down the middle and picks up an ace. Plainswomen had 2 ball handling errors, have 2 receive errors, and 4 hitting errors so far in the match. 4 blocking points, mostly early. They need to get their blocking game back going. Good receive by Hunt this time. Set for Helf, far side, who rolls it off the block. Sliding dig up by Zukowski. Far side block there, couldn't turn it down the line. Helf and Bills there, but Helf and Bills could not shut down Scott Umberlo, who has a match-high 6 points now on the offensive side of things. 2-0 early edge for Indian Hills. Serve will be punched down the near side. Meyer keeps it in play. Plainsman receive is all sorts of wonky right now. Quick left-handed attack at the net by Rosario. Far side block is there to turn and cover the ball up off the swing of De Los Santos. Freed over, run down by Hunt, set for Bills. She'll punch it far side and find the first point for the Plainswomen in set number 2. Annika Helf will serve. Plainswomen have 2 aces. They got to the 3rd set before they picked up an ace last night. Helf ripping the serve near side. Zukowski will pop it up quickly. Set to the near pin. Block is there, but again can't turn back the swing of Scott Umberlo. The Brazilian freshman just continues to be exceptional. Back to serve will go Geneva Lee, and outside number 2, Kinga Michalska, will come in. Serve mishandled. Meyer somehow gets the ball over the net, just trying to keep it in play. Far side, Michalska's attack is dug out by Helf. Set for Bills, pops it off the block. Plainswomen kept at it in spite of being all sorts of out of position. They were able to collect the point and stay within close distance early in this second set. Sydney Bills will serve for the Plainswomen. Bills rifling the serve down the middle. Set far side off the block at the net. Goes the huge swing of Geraldine De Los Santos. Her second kill of the match. First in this second set. And on to serve in De Los Santos' spot will come Maggie Paiva. Paiva slipping it far side on Helf. Back set to the near pan. Wieskamp with the huge knock. Taylor Wieskamp is at a different level tonight than we've seen her this season. We knew what she was capable of. Wieskamp was this last year for the Plainswomen. But hadn't seen it so far this season, as she was just sitting at 1.21 kills a set, but already 4 kills just 7 points into set 2. Faleo and Shoemaker on, as Shoemaker will serve for the Plainswomen. Vidal will pop it up, and a quick 0 down the middle, ripped to the floor by Rosario. Rosario, her first kill of the set. Indian Hills in set number 1. 14 kills, 1 hitting error. 18 in 1 right now. This is a team that 8 times this year has hit better than 300 as a team in a single match, and they're on pace to do it again here today. 3 free back for Indian Hills after the Plainswomen attack from Oos is not handled well, and Hunt is able to get the good swing off the far pin and down for her 4th kill of the match. Hunt will take his seat with the Plainswomen trailing 5-4 and 1 set to none. Fade Trinkle will rip the serve near side up by, that would be Michalska. Her attack is received back row by Trinkle, and then a 2-hit violation on the set for Allie Shoemaker. We noted for the Northeastern Plainswomen in all but one of their losses this season, they have had 4 or more ball handling errors. They have 3 ball handling errors, 10 points into set 2 already. On to serve for Indian Hills comes Zukowski. Zukowski's serve fielded by Trinkle. Far side help down the line. Caught the line and the kill. Annika Health with her 5th of the match. That leads the Plainswomen in the offensive category. Grace Yoder will serve. That's probably one at the Division I level when you have all the cameras set up that is video reviewed. That's how close it was on the far line. Float serve down the middle for Yoder. Backs that far side. Tip into the block of the net. And Annika Health stuffing one back. Plainswomen's 5th blocking point of the match. First since the middle stages of set number 1. 6-all. Yoder. Again firing the serve far side on Zukowski. The dig onto the Plainswoman side. Bills went up. Hennison's Lane turned back and said, I'm just going to solo block you back. 4th block of the match for Indian Hills. And they maintain the edge at 7-6, and their libero, Sasha Vidal, with the serve. Fielded back row by Helf. Set for Helf. Down the line, too wide and out. The block had the cross beautifully set up, so she had to go line, and her momentum to the net was kind of arcing toward that far side, so any swing she had would do the same. Vidal flying the serve, mishandled back row by Helf. Paleau will set to Helf, who knocks it short. Dump toward the near line by the setter, Hennessus Lelane. Lelane is in a front row rotation, so she can go up and that left hand turn and hit, which is what she did. Went up with 2 hands and then just pulled the one hand off and just popped it down to the floor. Awkward looking but successful. Serve fielded by Health far side. Huge hammer dug by Indian Hills. 3 free, not going to get back over. Scottenborough will bump it into the net. Emma Meyer and Taylor Wieskamp on with the Plainswomen trailing 9-7. 1 full rotation through in set 2. Indian Hills took the first set 26-24. Meyer topped it into the back line. That ball was head high, a couple paces off the end line, but she had enough spin on that to top it down for her first ace of the match. Team's 3rd, and the Plainswomen serve for the tie, down 9-8. Serve ripped down the middle, dig onto the Plainswomen side, and there once again is Lelane to go up and turn back the tip attempt. Indian Hills has matched the Plainswomen on now 5 blocks this evening. Lane with the serve, pushing back. Faith Trinkle on the receive, bumps that to the far pin. Help down the line, off the dig to the back wall, and Annika Help with her 6th kill of the match. Plainswomen again with the serve as Health will have it. Lacey Hunt on the front row. Plainswomen need a bunch of 2 or 3 points in a row to try and rest some of the momentum off the visitors' bench. Spin serve near side, popped up high back row, set to the near pin, right there to turn it back. Wieskamp and Bills denying the swing of Scottenborough. 6th block of the match for the Plainswomen's 2nd point that each of those 2 players have been a part of. 10-all. Health chops it near side, up back row by Zukowski, a little short dump. Beautiful play by the middle, Geraldine De Los Santos, to go up and just take everything off that ball. That wasn't even a changeup. That was just an underhand pitch in a Major League Baseball game to the plate, and NJC swung and missed. 11-10 Indian Hills. Serve fluttered down the middle for Valee. Plainswomen collide while attempting to handle it, and Valee will get the ace. Second in this second set on Plainswomen. receiving errors. Vallée, the 6'3" sophomore from France, serve fielded by the Plainswoman. Meyer, inadvertent set, went over the net. The block back over for De Los Santos goes out, and Emma Meyer, who did not play that ball higher than the net, she just set it up. It went over. She gets a kill, and then Sydney Bills lines a serve into the net. So it's 13-11 off the service error for the Plainswomen. She was just trying to come near pin, and it bent over. Indian Hills wasn't ready for it, and the ball went off and out. So that is, as it scored a tool kill for Emma Meyer, maybe the only tool kill of her entire life. Serve fielded by Lacey Hunt. Meyer keeps it up off the misreceive for Hunt, who rolls it over in short. Chased up by Michalska. Backs that far side. Blocked there, and a pop up by Hunt off the block. She'll turn and rip it back near side. Diving dig up by Paeva. 3 free back. Sliding dig out backside by Helf. Set for Oos. She'll tip it. She'll find the floor. Gabby Oos with her first of the set. It's just the second of the match. The Plainswomen substitute to Allie Shoemaker and Divine Faleau. Plainswomen have won in system just 5 points with this tandem on the floor. Shocking numbers for Northeastern because Allie Shoemaker has been so exceptional in keeping the offense in system, but for whatever reason against these 3 rotations, the matchup has struggled tonight. Fly serve near side. Allie nearly gets an ace. Bump back over on the third touch. Allie short down the middle. Oos pops the block. Run up high by Michalska. Far side block is there to deny the attack of Scott and Burlow. Near side, Michalska denied back again. Faleau and Oos to knock it down for a 7th blocking point of the match for the Plainswomen. First time Faleau's been a part of a block. 13 all as the Plainswomen and Indian Hills Warriors battle in set number 2. Fly serve near side up by Michalska, set on the near pin. Michalska with the huge hammer to the floor, the Polish freshman with her second. She's averaging just shy of 3 kills per set this season. The fact that she was held off of it in set 1 is a testament to the Plainswomen blocking, but when she can get the swing, you can see why she's got those numbers. 14-13 Indian Hills. Down the middle goes Gabby Oos, and Gabby Oos with her second kill of the last 3 points. So the Plainswomen squared at 14, and Faye Trinkle will have the serve. Trinkle had a run in set 1. Looking for one here as she flies it down the middle on Vidal. The block is there to turn back the attempt. Dig goes over. Bumps at Yoder. Far side Health down the line. Run up by Scott and Burlow. Near side for Michalska. Did she catch the block? Yes, she did. That changed direction mid-air, and Michalska with her third kill of the match off a tool will keep Indian Hills in the advantage 15-14 in set number 2. Northeastern wants you to know that whether you're a traditional or non-traditional student, they've got everything you need. Associate's degree, specialized certificate, whatever it is, come here for your education, njc.edu. Jump serve down the middle from Indian Hills, popped up by Yoder. Far side Health. She completely misjumped at that ball. Her brain said jump, her mouth said jump, her leg said, nah, don't think so. 16-14 Indian Hills. Fly serve fielded by Yoder cleanly this time. Set quickly down the middle. Gabby Oos. She's there once again. Third kill of this set. Gabby Oos makes it 16-15. And hands the serve to Grace Yoder. Plainswomen trail, can get the tie if the libero can win a point on serve and avoid the side out. She'll push back. Zukowski, quick set down the middle for Rosario. Rosario obliterates that ball. Indian Hills maintaining that 2-point edge. You've got to win a point on your serve to get back even. Again, you'd like to win one of those like 3 in a row situations to get yourself the edge. Health will field the serve. Quick set for Bills, who will arc it to the far corner. Dump set over the net. Read beautifully by Yoder. Kept up short down the middle. Bills is turned back. And reading the only swing that the Plainswomen were going to have is Geraldine De Los Santos, and it'll force a Plainswoman timeout as they are down 18-15 in set 2 and down 1-0. First National Bank in Fleming wants you to be certain in your financial institution. Be certain in the management team at First National Bank in Fleming. Remember, FDIC. Well, Plainswomen got the win last night. This you knew was going to be the biggest match, with Indian Hills now out to a 15-1 record. No disrespect meant to Hutchinson, because that's not an easy match tomorrow as well. But this Friday night one you knew was going to be your toughest one of the weekend. Hutch is going to be a challenge tomorrow, but Hutch is going to have to play back-to-back matches tomorrow as they play Indian Hills on the center court at 12:30 and then turn around and play the Plainswomen. Well, Casper plays early in the day. I think Indian Hills actually goes back-to-back. I think they have Casper at 10 and then Hutch at 12:30. And then Hutch plays 12:30 and 3. And Casper goes and plays WNCC in the Ox Gym at 12:30 tomorrow. So everybody's weekend far from done, but if you're the Plainswomen, you knew this was the one you had circled to try and get yourself. You played well in the first set, but just have not been able to find traction here in the second. Soft receive by Trinkle, far side Health, into the block of the net, covered up by Bills. Trinkle will bump set to Health, huge cross. Dig free back onto the Plainswomen side. Yoder up, Shoemaker underneath it. Sets for Faleo, pushes it through the block at the net. And Divine Faleo with her first kill of the second set. That was a great rotation for the Plainswomen with those two on the floor. They actually won 4 points in system with Shoemaker and Faleo out there. They'd only won for the entire match prior to that rotation with those setter and right side combo out there. Emma Meyer with the serve. She'll rip it down the near side. Popped up high, back row. Throw set to the near pin. Hopping the block at the net is the swing of Geneva Lee. Run down for the Plainswoman by Yoder. Then Trinkle and a bump free over by Health. Quick hand up. Short wrap far side. Cross dig free back over on the attack. Punch deep. Faye Trinkle with her third dig of the rally. Meyer sets far side. Health. Dulls it off the block at the net. The Plainswomen kept scrambling and finally were able to put that point down. What a huge rally for Northeastern. Give Faith Trinkle all the credit for 3 digs in the midst of that rally. Plainswomen are back within 1, down 18-17. Meyer with the serve again. Flies it near side, up by Scott and Burlow. Set near pin, off the block at the net. And the Plainswomen turn back the attack of Believe. Bills and Wieskamp on that block back and have battled all the way back to the tie at 18-all. Emma Meyer with the serve. Meyer to give the Plainswomen their first lead in the second set. She flies it too big and out. (19-18) Indian Hills. They look to take a 2-0 lead. Setter Enesis Lelaine will have the serve. Lelaine. Little running float short. Plainswomen misread it, and it slides under the net. It'll be an ace the third of the set. 20-18. Coach Chrisman is called back by her bench and then overrules them and says she's going to take the timeout anyway. She only had one remaining, but really felt at this point at 20-18. You can't afford to go back down 3, and I think this is the spot to call the timeout. Presented by Kuntz Pump and Well Supply. Don't wait until the last minute to solve your irrigation and well watering problems. Call Kuntz Pump and Well Supply today, 970-522-2035. You can't afford to be at 21-18. Not with a team the power of Indian Hills, who has just 2 hitting errors plus the 8 caused by the Plainswoman block. So 2 unforced hitting errors on the evening. If you're down 3, with potentially as few as 4 points to go, that's a tough spot. You're only down 2 with 5 to go. It's a little bit more mathematical equation you can work yourself back on this one after losing the first set 26-24. So talk your team up. Get your receive right. Because the receive when you won that exciting rally was phenomenal. Diving all over the place, getting the ball up. When the Plainswomen are getting put down by quick attacks from Indian Hills, their receive is causing all sorts of consternation. Genesis Lelaine will have the serve. Genesis knifes it down the middle. Mishandled back row for the Plainsmen. Yoder chases it down for a swing for Health down the far line. Vidal will bump that far pin off the block at the net, and a scramble kill for Indian Hills. They get the point out of the timeout. Scott Umberlo's 8th, and it's the first time they've won a point out of system this evening. Sydney Bills will take a seat. On for her will come the sophomore from New Zealand, Kelsey Walker, for the Plainsmen. We haven't seen Walker since last weekend. Short serve, Dying Quail, and an ace tumbles to the floor for Lelaine, her third ace of the set. And Indian Hills is up 22-18, 3 away from going up 2-0. Lelaine rips it far side. Nice receive this time by Trenkel. Meyer will bump set, push through the block at the net by Wieskamp. Near side, into the block at the net. Walker and Wieskamp turning back the swing of Balee. Walker with her first point as a part of a block. The Plainswomen, their 9th blocking point of the match. Now they need a run on service from Monica Health if they're going to find a way to avoid going down 2-0. Health, the German freshman. A lot of time as there is a conversation at the table between the down official on rotation. Make sure everybody's right. Coach Chrisman going to check and make sure. Health firing the serve down the middle. Vidal with the pop-up. Near pin swing. Scott Umberlo tooling the block at the net and picking up her 10th kill of the match. 23-19 Indian Hills, and the serve to Jennifer Lee. Lee flops it down the middle on Grace Yoder. Back set to the near side. Wieskamp off the block. Wieskamp with her 5th kill of the match. 23-20. Is Kelsey Walker going to serve for herself? She is. The redshirt sophomore from New Zealand has the serve. Walker firing in near side, popped up quickly, back set to the far pin, push down the line. Did it touch the block? Indian Hills will get R1 to get the call. R2 said it did not. The line judge said it did not. The official on the near side of the court said it did. Coach Chrisman is not pleased with the call, and you can understand why, that one of the furthest people away made that call. De Los Santos would get her 4th kill of the match. Now R2's going to come across, and the line judges are going to come over, and they're going to have a meeting. I'll be honest, I didn't see the ball change direction, but I'm much further away than even the officials are. But R2 shook her head no, and she was right on top of that play. To me, she's the closest, and if she didn't see it change direction, she should have the definitive answer. I think at worst you replay this point here. Officials converse. Everybody will go back to their position. Coach Chrisman will get a displeasing answer from R2. De Los Santos will get the kill, and 4 set points for Indian Hills to go up 2-0. On to serve comes Maggie Paeva. Paeva flies it far side. Hunt will dig it up, run down by Health, and then a free ball over by Emma Meyer. Plainsmen need to reform shape quickly. Set far side. Attack hit the block at the net, and the kill. 25-20. Indian Hills takes the second, and they are up 2-0. That's the 11th kill of the match of Scott Umberlo. 25-20, the second set goes to Indian Hills, and the Plainsmen find themselves down 2-0 to the number 4 team in the nation. See what the third set brings next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back into Jackson and Edwards Arena as we head toward the third set. The Northeastern Plainswomen trail 2-0 to Indian Hills after a 25-20 set number 2. Our third set brought to you by Better Electric, because better does matter when it comes to your agricultural, your residential, and your commercial electricity. Let Better Electric take care of you. Call 970-521-1030. Missed call at the end of that second set, I know, still displeases the Northeastern Plainswomen bench. Gave Indian Hills a quartet of set points. I don't know that the Plainswomen are winning that set anyway, but you just like an opportunity to put yourself in a positive light. I have to put it behind them. You can't let that fester in you on the court. Plainswomen will make the change, keeping Kelsey Walker on to begin this third set as opposed to Sydney Bills. Walker, who played right last year for Northeastern, has transitioned to middle this year with the depth on the right side. Plainswomen will start with a serve going right to left in the third. Serve, line down the middle, popped up high back row. Set far side and a roll shot deep. Chased down off the dig of Hunt, and Walker will free it over off a nice shot from Valee. Dumps that into the block at the net. And the ball will go down from Hennessy's Lalane, her third block of her third kill as the front row setter in this match. Lalane will have the serve for the Warriors. Looking to go 2-0 today after winning in 5 against WNCC. Lalane will line the serve into the net. She has 3 aces, now 2 service errors, and Annika Helf will have the serve. You can't afford to put yourself behind if you're the Northeastern Plainswomen in this set. You've got to finish this one off with a good start. Lalane with a back row attack as the setter touched a ball that inadvertently tumbled over the net. So 2-1. NJC with the early edge. Your opponent just committed an error. Now win a point of your own accord. Helf rips the serve down the middle on Vidal. Back set near side off the block of the net. Handed up by Helf. Back row. Meyer bumps that near side. Hunt. She'll cross it deep. Vidal runs it down. Running bump set to the far pin. Shanking the attack is Scott Imberlo, kept in play, and Meyer went under the net as she attempted to put the ball over. So both setters mishandling the ball in the early stages of this third set, with Indian Hills up 2-0. Serve will be fired down the middle. Popped up back row by Yoder. Set for Walker, denied back at the net on the attack from Walker by De Los Santos. 7th point put down by Indian Hills' block this evening. Serve will be crossed far side up by Yoder, back row. Set to the near pin. Hunt, she's turned down again. De Los Santos and Scott Imberlo getting in on that one, back-to-back. Blocking points put down. 4-2 Indian Hills lead after the Plainswomen ran off 2-1 early. Yoder fielded back row, set to the near pin. Hunt, she'll poke it down the line. Chicken wing back over, punched by Wieskamp. Far side, attack, quickly returned back, and Michalska puts it down for her 4th kill of the match. First in this third set. 5-2 Indian Hills. Serve will be slipped near side. Yoder pops it up. Near pin for Hunt. Hunt rolls it deep. Dig mishandled back row. And Lacey Hunt will have her 5th kill of the match. Annika Helf leading the attackers for the Plainswomen with 7. Hunt and Wieskamp each with 5. Oos with 4. Kelsey Walker will have the serve. Walker crossing it deep. Vidal mishandling it back row. Big swing, topped into the tape De Los Santos with the hitting error. As that one never cleared through. The Plainswoman block was there to turn that one back, but it never got through to it. 5-4. Indian Hills lead is just one. Walker rips a serve far side on Michalska. Tip far line, hitting the antenna on the tip is Michalska. So back-to-back Indian Hills hitting errors have got the Plainswomen within the equalizer in this third set. Walker, low line drive serve, fielded by Michalska. Back set to the near side. Health will dig out the attack from Scott Umberlo. Hunt will free it over. Bump back free on a misplayed set. Meyer to the near side. Hunt through the block. It tumbles to the floor. Lacey Hunt with her 6th kill of the match. The Plainswomen have the advantage now at 6-5. This is a 3-0 run on the serve of Kelsey Walker, who does not normally serve for herself. Walker, low line drive serve, pushes back Vidal. Set to the far pin. Block is there. Denying back. Michalska. Wieskamp and Oos a part of that block. 5th point that Wieskamp has been a part of, turning back with a block. All have been block assists. Line drive serve. Sits on the back line for an ace. 8-5 Plainswomen. This is a 5-0 run on the serve of Kelsey Walker. That's just the 4th ace of the match for the Plainswomen. Walker, this one will be too big and out. She'd rubbed that magic lamp one too many times, and the genie ran out of wishes with some very low tosses that didn't look like they were going to be able to be put over on the serve. Maggie Paeva on to serve for Indian Hills. Indian Hills actually won the first set earlier today against WNCC. Cougars took the next 2, Indian Hills the last 2. Serve down the middle, popped up back row, back set for Wieskamp. She'll knock it dead center, played it on the setter, Lalane, and the block is there. Oos and Hunt to turn back the attempt. Again, now it's Wieskamp and Oos, and another time ball crushed over and finds the back line for the kill. That will ultimately go to Michalska, her 5th of the match. Block for the Plainswomen. Indian Hills kept at it. Now they serve for the tie, trailing Northeastern 8-7. Short serve popped up by Hunt. 0 down the middle for Oos as she pushes it far line. Far pin, Michalska, huge hammer finds the floor. Boy, there's a lot of powerful hitters on this floor. Scott Umberlo with 11 kills. Balee was very good in the first set. I mean, everybody across the board, and we know all the Plainswomen players. The hardest hitter may be Kinga Michalska. 8-all. Serve fielded back row by Yoder. Back set far side. Through the block at the net goes Wieskamp for her 6th kill of the match. 6-2 substitution for the Plainswomen as Shoemaker and Faleo will come on. And for Indian Hills, the replacement of the service specialist, Maggie Paeva. So Shoemaker, who had one nice run on serve, see if the Plainswomen can capture that magic here in this third set with her and Faleo on. Attack far side, sliding dig out by Yoder. Set for Hunt, who pushes to the near corner, and she finds the floor for the kill. Lacey Hunt with her 7th of the match. The Northeastern Plainswomen lead by 2 once again, 10-8, trying to take this third set. Now, Indian Hills head coach is having a conversation with the down official. It's got to have something to do with someone in the crowd, would be my guess, as Allie Shoemaker will have the serve following the delay, and it's too big and out. So a service error for the Plainswomen. 5th service error of the match. 10-9. And the serve to Scott Umberlo. Diving dig up for help, back row. Push by Use into the block of the net. Covered up off the block, and getting into a joust at the net was Lacey Hunt. Indian Hills didn't go up to return the favor, and Hunt just drops it down to the floor to keep the Plainswomen on the edge now at 11-9. Faith Trinkle on to serve. Trinkle slides it far side, handed up by Michalska. Set to the far pin, huge cross. Health digs free back onto the Indian Hills side. Set to the far pin again. Scott Umberlo with the swing. No, pardon me, Michalska still there. Michalska with her 7th of the match. And it's 11-10. Indian Hills still trying to equalize as we work toward the middle stage of this third set. Indian Hills won the first 26-24 and the second 25-20. Now, a long, prolonged conversation between our two and the scorekeeper once again. Making sure, well, not even the scorekeeper, this is more rotation into things. This is all volunteer for people that are running the books for this tournament. A lot of the regulars, as Gabby Hughes crushes one down the middle and finds the floor. A lot of the regulars have kids that are playing volleyball on this weekend, so it is somewhat of a challenge at times to get people to be able to score. Plainswomen do have the 12-10 advantage in this third set. And Grace Yoder will have the serve. Yoder flops in near side, dump set over the net, and in the net on the dump when Hennessus Lelaine. The ball didn't hit the floor before she collided with the net, and she knew it as soon as the whistle blew. She didn't even celebrate the kill. She went, yep, I touched the net. So the Plainswomen with a 13-10 advantage. And Grace Yoder, that may be the first point they've won on the libero serve tonight. Mishandled back row, far pin, swat over the top, covered up by Shoemaker. Yoder bumps set near side for help, chips the block and gets the kill. Annika Help with her 8th kill of the match. That's the first point won in scrambling fashion in this match for the Plainswomen. And 14-10, a timeout will be taken by Indian Hills. It's brought to you by Kuski's Oil Company. Kuski's Oil Company, it's the one and only local bulk delivery of gas, diesel, and propane. Stop in on Main Street in Crook or call 970-886-2121. We saw a sweep in match 2 of the day as Casper College and Hutchinson played. Hutch won in a sweep after the 5-set earlier today, but it's not very often in this tournament that you see sweeps. Plainswomen got swept in their final match of this tournament last year by Iowa Western, who, if my memory serves correct, was the #1 team in the nation at the time. So you would not expect this one to end in a sweep, given all the high national caliber volleyball that we have here. Grace Yoder will have the serve out of the timeout with the Plainswomen leading 14-10 here in the second. Serve will be floated dead center, popped up by Scott Umberlo. Back row, back set near side into the double at the net goes Erica Rosario, her 5th kill of the match. 3rd Warrior player with 5 or more. Plainswomen have 4, but the higher end has been higher for Indian Hills. Scott Umberlo with 11, Michalska with 7. Serve flying deep, handed up back row by Trinkle. Free ball, be bumped over by Annika Helf. Run up by Vidal, pushed over, kept in play. by the Plainswoman in Foleau, and then Trinkle chases it down for a free over by Yoder. Quick back comes Indian Hills to the far pin swing. Diving dig up by Yoder on the attack from Valee. Bump set to the near pin. Roll shot far side from Help. High up back row Vidal. Valee again. Her attack dug up by Yoder back row. Set to the near pin. Help pushes down the line. Handed up back row. Set for a back row swing. Push deep from Zakowski. Run up high by Trinkle. Set for Walker, who swipes it near line. Handed up by Scott Umberlo. Far side Valee. Flat-footed over. Yoder with it. And Allie Shoemaker trying to keep it on the Plainswoman's side. Touched a ball that went offensively over the net, well higher than the net, just trying to scramble there. We had a collision on the Indian Hills side in the midst of that rally, and in the end of that rally, Allie Shoemaker landed on a foot as well. So her teammates checked on her, and Larissa Scotambula being talked to by the Indian Hills teammates. Serve will be lined down the middle as the Plainswoman lead is cut down to 2. 14-12 set for Health, who hops the block at the net and gets the kill. Annika Health with her 9th kill of the match. Back on will come Emma Meyer and Taylor Wieskamp, both of whom have been exceptional tonight. With the Plainswoman already leading by 3, you get a nice little run here to put this third set in the books and get yourself into set number 4. Serve for Meyer. He ripped down the far side, up by Scott Umberlo. Far side cross through, down and in for a kill. Jenna Valee hasn't had a kill since the first set where she had 4. Finally gets one to go down. The Plainswomen still hold the edge at 2 points. But the most dangerous Indian Hills server is serving, and Hennessy's Lelaine is too big and out. She has 3 aces tonight. That service there definitely helpful for Northeastern. Annika Health with the serve for the Plainswomen. Lacey Hunt comes back in on the front row. Health chops it far side, diving dig up, short 0 down the middle off the block of Walker. Go the Warriors, kept up for the Plainswomen to the near pin for Hunt, and she's turned back at the net by Valee and De Los Santos. 9th point put down on the block in the match by Indian Hills. Plainswomen have put down 10, but only 1 in this third set. 4 in the first, 5 in the second. 16-14 Plainswomen. Valee, near side, serve fielded by Hunt. Backs that far side for Wieskamp, and she'll roll her attack into the net. That is her first hitting error of the night. Looked like the Lugnuts were pretty secure on the bus that the Plainswomen were rolling through in this third set, and all of a sudden, they're all coming loose. 16-15, Valee to serve for the tie for Indian Hills. Fielded by Warrior back row, set, tip, over by Walker. Turn back, punch, short from De Los Santos. Near side, Hunt. She'll push it over. Wasn't read right by Michalska, and Lacey Hunt will get her 9th kill of the match. Scramble point for the Plainswomen. Back up by 2, and the one that got them this advantage, Kelsey Walker, with a 5-0 run on her service, has the serve for the Plainswomen. Walker lines the serve into the net. 17-16 as she sits. Indian Hills will bring Maggie Paiva on to serve. Paiva rips one down the middle. Controlled up by Health. Bump set for Health behind the 10-foot line. She'll arc it far side. Hand set quickly far side. Michalska is turned back by Gabby Oos and Taylor Wieskamp. Oos, a part of her 6th point on block. Same for Wieskamp. 11 blocks as a team. As Wieskamp sits, Shoemaker will have the serve. 18-16 Plainswomen in the third set. Shoemaker spins it far side, quickly up by Michalska. Back set to the near side, and Walker couldn't turn back. The swing of Scott Umberlo, who has a dozen in the match now. effective right side attack so far for the Indian Hills Warriors. 18-17 NJC. Scott Umberlo with the serve. She'll knock it far side on Yoder. Shoemaker wrapped to the far pin. Filet out. Chicken wing free over by Oos. Handed up near line. Bumps that scramble far side. Michalska turn back. Diving dig up by Vidal. Turn touch over. Covered up high for the Plainswomen. And a collision between Fileau and Shoemaker trying to get it over. And Indian Hills has afforded the tie on the hitting error at 18 all. Scott Umberlo with the serve. She'll pop it dead center, handed up by Helf. Shot to the near pin for Walker, and she is turned back. Dang near a triple in her face, as Enesis Lelaine and Geraldine De Los Santos were there. And a timeout by Northeastern as Indian Hills now has the lead just 6 points away from winning in a sweep. Champ Construction knows that whether it's a kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel or floor-to-ceiling tile, call 970-571-1669. Estimates are always free. Final match of the day will be the WNCC Cougars and the Hutchinson Blue Dragons, wrapping up the first full day of play here at the 39th Annual Sheila Worley Invitational. Unofficially kicked off last night with Northeastern against Casper, but every team involved in the tournament playing today. Plainswomen only getting one match a day as a part of this tournament. Initially was just going to start with Casper like at 10 a.m. on Friday, but elected to bump it back to Thursday to give the students an opportunity to attend. And boy, they came out en masse last night and have here today. Once they got done eating dinner at the CAF, they filled up the student section directly below our broadcast vantage point. 19-18 Indian Hills in the third set. Continuing with the service, Scott Umberlo up for Yoder, set for Oos, into the block of the net, covered up by Yoder and freed over by Help. Near side, Scott Umberlo up with it, quick back, turning back. The attack of Rosario is Lacey Hunt. First point, she's been a part of a block since set number one, as she'll sit, and to serve goes Faith Trinkle at 19 all. Need a Faith Trinkle run on serve here if you're the Northeastern Plainswoman. She'll fly one deep, run up high, back row by Believe. Far side, Michalska gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Getting a side out. That is the fifth kill by her in this set. Kinga Michalska is the one that is trying to put this to bed as she'll take a seat for Isabella Zakowski, who will come on to serve in her spot. 20-19. Polish freshman. Punches it down the middle. Yoder pops it up. Set quickly for Oos. Hops tape on her swing. Slips around the block and finds the back line off the arms for the kill. Sixth kill of the match for Gabby Oos. 20-20. Grace Yoder, who had a nice run earlier in this set on serve, needs it here again. Yoder rips it down the middle. Dig toward the net. Joust won by Indian Hills. The third touch is not going to get over. Nice win by Hennessy's Lelaine to win that joust with Kelsey Walker and force the ball down on the Plainswomen's side. Keeping the advantage to Indian Hills, 21-20. Serve down the middle. Popped up back row by Trinkle. Backs at Filet. Huge knocking in for a kill. Vallejo has just 3 kills in the match, but that's a big one right there. Gets the Plainswomen the serve back on the side out and hands it to now Emma Meyer and Taylor Wieskamp on as the right side. Meyer. 20 assists unofficially tonight. Sits one on the back line for the ace. Her second of the match, and Northeastern back on the edge. 22-21. Each team does have a timeout remaining in this third set. Indian Hill's not going to do it. They're going to let another one play out. Meyer Slides it far side. Nice receive by Scott and Burlow. Far pin roll shot off the top of the block of the net. Up by Yoder. Back set for Wieskamp. And Wieskamp slipped as she went up and shanked one into the net. 22 all. Giving the serve to Hennessus Lalane, who's been the most dangerous server tonight for Indian Hills. 22-22, Lalane ripping it far side, up by Yoder. Meyer with the bump set, near side for Health. Through the block, got the split, got the kill. Annika Health to double figures in kills with her 10th. Emma Meyer's 21st assist of the match. Hands Health the serve at 23-22. Indian Hills faced a set point down, took a timeout, and then won 3 straight to take the first set, so no timeout here. Health floats it down the middle, up by Vidal. Bumps that far pin, cross shot, dig over too wide and out by Grace Yoder. The kill will go to Scott Burlow, who now has a baker's dozen worth of kills in this match. Back on comes the impact player in Kinga Michalska. Somebody's going to have a set point following this 23-all serve by Indian Hills. It's in the hands of Jenna Lee. Lee, short serve up by Hunt. Bump set far side, Wieskamp. She'll roll it dead center. High up by Lee. Back set near side. Scott and Burlow. Did she get the touch? No, she swung for hands that were not there. And Coach Chrisman checking for how many subs she has remaining. Kelsey Walker is sent to serve. Walker had that 5-0 run earlier in this set. And given where she's sitting on substitutions, she is not going to turn to Cassie Lorenz. She is going to let the redshirt sophomore Kelsey Walker serve the set point at 24-23. Again, she was good in this set. She ran off that 5-0 run that gave the Plainswomen the earlier stages, but I believe the official just signaled R2 to R1 that there is only 4 substitutions remaining, and given the pace of this one, you don't want to run out and get stuck with a setter out there on the floor or whatever the case may be that you don't want on the front row. Either setter could technically play 5-1 for this Plainswoman offense. Emma Meyer probably has more experience at it, the freshman for the Plainswomen. But you wouldn't be able to get a full substitution in. With those subs left, now you can at least get one more full substitution in. Lacey Hunt may have to serve for herself if this third set is going to go deep in extra points. Set point for the Plainswomen at 24-23 out of Indian Hills' second timeout. Kelsey Walker to serve. She'll knock it far side, hopped up by Michalska. Back set, near pin, huge hammer, dug up by Walker. Bumps that Meyer near side. Hunt rolls it into the block at the net. De Los Santos and Scott Burlow turning it down. 11th point on a block. Walker got a dig in the midst of that equation. 24 all. The second set in this match to go to extras. And hand the serve to Maggie Paiva. Paiva rips it down the middle. Nice up by Hunt. Shot set to the near pin. Hunt will pop it up back row. Bumps that far side into the block. At the net goes the attack. Second touch by Michalska over down the middle for Oos. Covered up by Michalska for Indian Hills. Back set near side. Scott and Burlow. Sliding dig up by Yost. Set to the near pin. Hunt crossing far side. Popped up high back row. Far pin roll shot. Michalska played it on the setter. Meyer forced the Plainswomen to scramble. Yost bumps that near side. Hunt into the block at the net. Lacey Hunts to double figures with 10 kills in the match. Third time in this set, the Plainswomen have used the libero as the setter to their advantage. And now Cassie Lorenz is going to come on and serve. Plainswomen running out of subs will go 5-1, and Emma Meyer will be the front row setter. Cassie Lorenz, the freshman from Monument, to serve in Wieskamp's spot. Lorenz spins it far side at 25-24. Back set near side. Block is there for Hunt. She swipes back. Scott and Burlow's swing. Back over far side go the Warriors, and Michalska knocks it to the floor. So Michalska with her 9th kill of the match. Good pop off the block. 25 all. And to serve for Indian Hills goes Scottenberlo. Scottenberlo lines her serve into the net. Just the fourth service error of the match for the Indian Hills Warriors and gives the Plainswomen a third set point. This time on the serve of Lacey Hunt, who has been served for by Faith Trinkle, but you don't have the subs to get her in. Hunt flying it very deep. Vidal pops it up back row. Set far side, Michalska. Too big and out. We're headed to a fourth set after the Plainswomen finally solve the Indian Hills riddle. 27-25 in the third. Set number 4 next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainswomen take set number 3 in extras, 27-25. They still trail 2-1, but they're still alive as we head to set number 4. Brought to you by Pete's Farmers Co-op, a farmer-owned co-op since 1915. The one-stop shop for all of your agricultural services. Call 970-334-2204. Plainswomen ran out of substitutions, had to go to 5-1 at the end of the set to get themselves the win. Made the change earlier in the match to Kelsey Walker as one of their 2 middles. She will remain on, and I would presume they'll probably go back to the 6-2 here in this fourth set, as they definitely were tenuous points when they had the front row setter. 12 points put down by the Plainswomen block, 11 by Indian Hills. 4 service aces for the Plainswomen, 5 for Indian Hills. Good balance offensively thus far for both teams, although the higher end was higher for much of the match. Larissa Scottenberlo leading with 13 kills, but the Plainswomen actually have 2 in double figures with Annika Helf and Lacey Hunt. Michalska is 1 shy at 9 after a 6-kill third set for the Warriors. Warriors will be going right to left in this third. And the Plainswomen will have the receive to start this fourth. Ran out of work studies to be the ball shaggers, so Assistant Athletic Director Brian Schaefer will have to handle that. Near side, swing through the block of the net by Wieskamp, and Walker trying to block, reached over the net and touched a ball over, much to the dismay of the Plainsman bench. That is the first blocking error of the night, where the Plainsmen interfered on Indian Hills' side. Warriors take the first point of the fourth set. Ripping the serve near side and an ace for Genesis Lalane, her fourth of the match. So 2-0 quickly comes Indian Hills. Plainsmen had seesawed back and forth through the third until they took a slight edge and ultimately won. Lalane clips the net cord, serve fielded by Hunt. Set far side help. She's turned back at the net. Denied by De Los Santos and Scottamberlo. So each team has a dozen points put down on the block now. Rio. Serve will be slapped deep, and a fifth ace in the match for Genesis Lalane. That is not the start you want after taking a set 27-25. Just come out and completely falter, giving up two aces and a blocking error. Line serve far side up by Hunt. Set to the far pin. Help off the block at the net. Nautica Health will finally give the Plainsmen a point here in the fourth. Give herself the serve as Lacey Hunt comes to the front row. Health. Fly serve popped up high by Vidal. Quick zero down the middle, and down to the floor goes the swing of De Los Santos. She picks up her fifth kill of the match. Michalska back on for Indian Hills. Her first action in this fourth set. Fly serve down the middle from the Warriors, fielded by the Plainsmen. Near side for Wieskamp, and Wieskamp is blocked back by Michalska. And a timeout for the Plainsmen, who have stumbled out of the gate. We noted this. This Plainsman team has not started well all season long. Stumbling out of the gates, especially in first matches of the day. They didn't stumble out of the gates here. You thought, okay, maybe they're not gonna. They stumbled toward the finish in the first set and the second set, but you're okay with that as you learn and grow and develop. Closed well, but now here you stumble out of the gate. You put yourself 5 points down before anybody's even really blinked in this fourth set. Now you're playing from behind, which is a different brand of volleyball. Stubbs Gas and Oil has your one-stop shopping for gas, food, and all your travel accessories. Get it off I-76, exit 66A in Wiggins, and visit Stubbs Gas and Oil. So out of the Plainsmen's first time out, Jennifer Lee will be serving. Lee flies it down the middle. Clean field by Yoder. Set far side Hunt. Off the block and the kill. That's 11 for Lacey Hunt in the match. And to serve will go Kelsey Walker. Down 6-2. Walker had a nice run to start her service rotation, and will have an ace here in the fourth. Had an ace on a service rotation in the third. That included a 5-0 run. The redshirt sophomore from New Zealand standing dead center. She'll rip the serve near side. Michalska mishandles it. Scramble and a push over by Scottamberlo. Walker will set to the near side for Wieskamp. She's too wide and out. But the block was in the net. The Indian Hills block was in the net. I believe Michalska is the one whistled in the net for Indian Hills. So the Plainsmen are bailed out on an out-of-system ball that ended up going out and get back to within two. You've really got to take advantage now. Walker rifling the serve, too big and out. So now subbing on to serve will come Maggie Paeva, the Paraguayan freshman. Paeva's had a couple nice runs on serve in this match for the Warriors. Part of the reason she's a service specialist. Helf receives serve over and out. That'll be an ace for Paeva. She's 1 point on her serve, but not straight out aces. Gets her first ace of the match there. 8th of the match as a team for Indian Hills. Paeva hammers it down the middle. Helf clean field this time. Meyer sets far side. Hunt rolls short, diving dig, and can't be played cleanly. It's a dozen kills for Lacey Hunt. We'll see Ali Shoemaker and Divine Faleau coming in for the Plainswomen, and then the substitution back on following the service rotation for Maggie Paeva. See if the Plainswomen can get the offense going with Shoemaker and Faleau on the floor. They haven't been able to tonight. Shoemaker served down the middle. Michalska attack, diving dig up back row help. Far side Hunt, did she get the touch? She did not. Too big an out on her swing. That'll be Lacey Hunt's first hitting error of the match. She had a dozen kills without a hitting error tonight. 9-5. Scott Burlow's serve popped up high, back row by Helf. Set for Gabby Oos into the double at the net. She swings, Gabby Oos, with her 7th kill of the night. The Plainswomen back within 3 as Faith Trinkle will serve, trailing 9-6. Trinkle setting up near third on the line. Little soft jump down the line, too wide and out. We noted early in the match when the Plainswomen have 4 or more ball handling errors, they've lost all but one match this year. They have 3 ball handling errors right now, 2 of which came in the first set. The back line has been much cleaner on their receive. Trinkle fields this serve. Far side Helf through the block. Vidal covers it over. Free onto the Plainswoman side. Handed up by Oos. Shoemaker dumps it over on the second touch. Near side swing into the block at the net goes Bali. And the ball tumbles down on the Indian Hills side as Bali is blocked back by Faleau and Oos. It's 13 blocks in the match. 7th point that Oos has been a part of on the block. Just the second for Faleau. Now the Indian Hills captain is going to have a conversation with the R1 Up official about something that happened in that exchange that she was displeased with. 10-7 Indian Hills. Grace Yoder with the serve. She'll fly it down the far side. Pushing back Zukowski. Near side Vidal off the block of the net. Up by Yoder. Far side Helf. Swipes it down the line. Onto the line it sits. Annika Helf has a dozen kills in the match, tying Lacey Hunt for the Plainswomen lead. Grace Yoder to serve to get within 1, down 10-8 in this 4th set. Plainswomen trail 2-1. Serve will be spun short, popped up back row for Indian Hills. Near side, Bali turned back at the net. Faleau and Walker denying, and Indian Hills desperately needs a timeout right now. Whatever happened a few points ago is still in the heads of Indian Hills in the middle of the rally. 10-9. Starting to see some cracks in the Warriors' armor. Little float serve popped up back row by Scott and Burlow. Dump set over the net. Nice read by Hennessus Lelane, the setter's 5th kill of the match. She hadn't really done that much since the early 2 sets. Trying to turn it in the midst of a rally over. And Sasha Vidal will have the serve. Not played cleanly. It'll be an ace for the libero. And just like that, Indian Hills lead is back up to 3 at 12-9 in this 4th set. Serve will be smashed down the middle. Trinkle will field it, run down by Helf near the scorer's table, and Yoder will free it over in short. Vidal will bump it back, traced down near side by Trinkle. Shoemaker backs at Faleau through the block at the net and down for the kill, her 4th of the match. 6-2 substitution for the Plainswomen. I understand the quick return back there for Indian Hills, but it essentially negated everything they'd done on that an opening swing to be able to get the Plainsmen out of position. It gave Northeastern time to get back within their offense, and they took advantage. Emma Meyer with the serve for the Plainsmen. So knife it down the middle, up back row by Zukowski. Near pin swing goes down the line, diving dig into the radar zone of Geraldine De Los Santos. De Los Santos' sixth kill of the match. 13-10 after the diving dig of Meyer floated wide up and onto the opposite side of the net. Ball was attempting to be corralled on the near side, rolled toward the field of play. So a pause before the serve of Genesis Lelaine, who has 5 aces tonight. Serve makes it 6. She's hands down been the best player on the floor tonight. 5 kills. She's over 30 assists this evening. 5 aces, 2.5 blocks. Lelaine pushing back. Trinkle-Meyer will run it down near the student section, and a free ball over by Yoder. Lelaine mishandles it on the play. Able to still get a bump set to the far side. Helf and Walker turning it back this time. 15th blocking point of the match for the Plainswomen. 14-11. Indian Hills only 6 hitting errors that have not been caused by the Northeastern block. Helf shanks her serve right into the net. You do all that work to get that point, get that side out, and then you quickly swipe it away with a service error. 15-11 Indian Hills, 10 away from winning in 4. Plainswomen down 4, need a run now. Got to get a side out on the serve of Ali. Flop far side on Hunt. Yoder with the bump set. Hunt from the 10-foot line. Chops it short. Diving dig up by Lelaine. Scramble far side. Push into the block at the net. Kelsey Walker stuffing down the tip attempt of Scottamburlo. Walker, her 3rd point she's been a part of on a block in this set. 4th in the match. 1 solo and 3 blocking assists. Will have the serve down 15-12. Serve will be lined down the middle. Dig free back onto the Plainswoman side. Handed up quickly by Hunt. Back set near side. Wieskamp off the block. Covered up high by Helf. Bump set to the far side, and Hunt will bump free it high and over. Plainswoman will reform their shape. Backslide to the far side. Back near side. Scottamburlo diving dig up by Helf. Bump set Walker. Free ball over by Hunt again as the Plainswoman scramble. Shoot set to the near side. Big block back down the line. Wieskamp and Oos denying the swing of Michalska. Wieskamp, her first block of the set. Oos, her 8th point as a part of a block in this match. 15-13, Walker to get within 1. Flies it near side on Michalska. Set for Michalska, block is there again. Again Wieskamp and Oos, and the Plainswomen are back within 1 on their 17th point put down by their block this evening. Walker punches the serve near side. Michalska hands it up. Far side, Scottamburlo touched the block. Handed up high, back row by Helf. Set far side, Hunt into the block at the net. And Indian Hills puts it down on the block. Scottamburlo and De Los Santos. De Los Santos has been exceptional on the block. That was the 10th point she's put down using her blocks this evening. 10 of the team's 14 have been by the middle from Dominican Republic. Geraldine De Los Santos. 16-14 Indian Hills in this 4th. Serve. Floated down the middle, up high by Helf. Set far side, big snock near side for Oos. Back far side, Scottamburlo. Block, turns it back onto the Warrior side. Scottamburlo again, block there again, turned down by Oos and Hunt. And the Plainswomen using their blocking game to their advantage in this 4th set. Already with 5 points shut down on their block, get to the 6-2 side out to bring Allie Shoemaker onto the floor as the setter and Divine Faleo as the right side. Serve will be lined down the middle, popped up by Michalska. Bump set for Michalska. She'll roll it off the block, covered up high by Yoder. Back set near side. Faleo into the block at the net. Faleo has 5 kills in the match. The Plainswomen have battled back to the tie at 16 all. Onto the floor for Indian Hills will come Josie Shockley, the sophomore from Alaska. She is going to come on for Michalska, who's been so exceptional. But with this rotation you're in, you need somebody with a little more back row experience, and Shockley is that. Served down the middle, fielded by Vidal, rolling off the net cord around the block. Hunt will keep it in play off the swing of Rosario. 3 free back for the Plainswomen. Rosario again, quick zero down the middle, and she'll knife it to the floor. That's her 6th kill of the match. Indian Hills maintains the edge at 17-16 and hands the serve to Larissa Scottamburlo. Monica Health called over to have a conversation with the UP official. Had to say something to Divine Faleo. I think maybe a reaction or something like that. That is the warning for a reaction prior to a yellow card. 17-16 Indian Hills. Serve will be floated far side. Health with the dive up. Shoemaker sets. Far side, Lacey Hunt. Huge hammer. Vidal digs it up. Turn dump over. And the beautiful read by Anasis Lelane to find the floor. 18-16. Indian Hills back up by 2 in this 4th set. Already leading 2-1. Larissa Scottamburlo with the serve. Scottamburlo. Floater down the middle. Health controlling it up. Short set. Shoemaker to Oos. She finds the near line for the kill. That's 8 in the match for Gabby Oos. That was a beautiful rotation. Still going for Ali Shoemaker as the setter. Plainswomen have struggled with Shoemaker and Faleo out there to stay within their system, but doing well in this 4th. To serve for the Plainswomen. Sophomore from Marino, Faye Trinkle. Looking for the tie late in the 4th. Trinkle flies it near side. Collision on the back line for Indian Hills. Near pin set for Shockley. Floated over. Shoemaker will set. Far side. Health back to the near side. She'll come. It's a baker's dozen for the German. She has 13. Plainswomen find the tie at 18 all. And we're going to have a substitution as back on for Shockley will come Michalska. Michalska has been so big. There was that one rotation you needed Shockley there on receive. Now Michalska is needed on the front row for block and attack. 18 all. Trinkle rips the serve far side. Vidal pops it up. Dumps that off the block of the net. Quickly up and a bump free over for Yoder. Back onto the Warrior side. Short set down the middle and a quick dump down to the floor. Once again goes Erica Rosario, the 6'3" sophomore from the Dominican Republic. She hadn't gotten a lot of swings. None of the middles have, but they have made the most of what they get. 19-18 Indian Hills. Isabella Zukowski with the serve for the Warriors. Fielded by Yoder. Back row for the Plainswomen. Set for Oos off the block. Popped up high. Bump set to the near pin. Valee too wide and out on the out-of-system swing. Valee with the hitting error. Gets the tie at 19 all. Let's see if Grace Yoder can get a run akin to what she got in the 3rd set that helps the Plainswomen force this 4th set. Grace Yoder, the libero. Punching one down the far side, up by Scottamburlo. Into the block at the net goes the attack once again of Verica Rosario. Her 3rd kill of this set. The middle now has 8 in the match. Indian Hills still only has 1 player in double figures, but they now have 4 players at 8 or more kills. Serve far side, fielded by Health. Set for Health down the middle. She'll come near side for the kill to tie it at 20. Monica Health with 14, 4 in this 4th set. 6-2 substitution brings Emma Meyer back on with Taylor Wieskamp. 20 all. Meyer knows that Indian Hills is going to be able to stem the tide very quickly in this set with 2 timeouts. If any sort of mini run comes for NJC. Meyer rips it down the near side. Popped up by Scott Umberlo to the near pin for Valee over the top of the block. Sliding dig out by Trinkle. Set to the far pin for Help. Off the block. Dig back onto the Plainswoman side. Handed up by Help. Back to the near pin. It'll come for Wieskamp. Floats it far side. Run up high by Scott Umberlo. Wrap to the far pin. Off the block at the net of Walker goes the swing of Rosario. Back for Walker. She'll push it to the back line and get the kill. Kelsey Walker's first kill of the match. The Plainswomen were just trying to keep it in play. Indian Hills misread it on the back line, and it flutters to the floor. Now off the floor will come Zukowski, and on will come Josie Shockley, with Northeastern leading 21-20 in this 4th set, attempting to force a 5th set. Emma Meyer rips one down the middle on the just entered in. Shockley set to the near pin. Valee diving up by Yoder. Kept in play, and a free ball over Health, and Meyer collided while trying to play it over. Good scramble to keep it in play. So 21 all, and the best server for Indian Hills, Enesis Lulaine, will have the serve. Plainswomen do have a timeout left. Got to get a good receive here. She has 6 aces this evening, 3 in this 4th set. Lulaine, low line drive, nice receive by Yoder. Meyer sets, far side Help, off the block and gets the kill. That's 15 kills for Annika Help, 5 in this 4th set. Lacey Hunt back in on the front row as Annika Help will have the serve. 22-21 Plainswomen. Trying to push Indian Hills to 5 for a second time today after WNCC did it earlier. Health, floater near side, popped up back row. Near pin, turning back at the net on the block were Walker and Wieskamp, but the tool is used by Indian Hills' Scott Umberlo. Scott Umberlo has 14 to lead their offensive attack. And back to serve goes Valee, as Michalska's back in on the front row as the second outside. Yoder fields the serve. Meyer backs at near side. Wieskamp down the line and in for the kill. Taylor Wieskamp with her 7th of the match. The Plainswomen lead 23-22, and with 2 timeouts remaining, Indian Hills is going to take one here. Timeout is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Since 2003, they've been providing big firm product with small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com for more information. Well, this tournament thus far has lived up to expectations of the excitement of the 39th Annual Sheila Worley Invitational presented by the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 4 of the 5 teams in this field are ranked in this week's NJCAA National Rankings. A 5-setter to kick off the day. An exciting 4-setter last night. 3 close sets for the win for Hutchinson over Casper earlier today. Hutchinson and WNCC will be playing up next. You're going to expect some exciting action tomorrow. It all starts at 10 a.m., so spend your Saturday in the gym here in Sterling with the 39th Annual Sheila Worley Invitational presented by the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainswomen 2 points away from sending us to a 5th set, lead 23-22, and who has the serve but Kelsey Walker once again. Walker firing it deep. It's run up high by Vidal. Back set to the far pin, off the block at the net goes Larissa Scudamberlo, and she has 15, tying Annika Health with the match lead. On to serve for the Indian Hills Warriors has come Maggie Paeva, 23 all, set point after this Indian Hills serve once again. Paeva spins it far side. Health pops it up. Bumps at Meyer. Far side Hunt. Hops the block at the net. Lacey Hunt has 13 now. And the Plainswomen have a set point to send us to a 5th at 24-23. Indian Hills is not going to make their substitution prior to bringing the libero in for Maggie Paeva. That's, I think, to save a spot in what may be coming. Allie Shoemaker on with the serve. She shanks the serve. It sails wide and out, so we go extras for a 3rd set in 4 tries in this match. The Plainswomen And the Warriors are tied at 24. Larissa Scottamburlo floats the serve down the middle. Annika Helft doesn't play it cleanly. Allie Shoemaker keeps it in play, and the free over by Grace Yoder is popped up. Michalska off the net court, kept up by Yost. 3 free back after a diving up by Helft. Short set down the middle. Hop in the block at the net is Erica Rosario. And Rosario will have her 9th kill of the match, turning Indian Hills to match point at 25-24. And the Northeastern Plainswomen will use their second timeout. Indian Hills still has one remaining here in this 4th set. As NJC tries to battle back from 0-2 down. They did it in their opening match in the Salt Lake tournament last weekend. Ended up losing in 5, 15-12. But battled back from 0-2 down to get themselves to that position. We shall see if the Plainswomen can do it here again, but have to get a good receive out of the timeout if they're going to succeed in getting there. Indian Hills has the serve in the hands of Larissa Scottamburlo. Scottamburlo, the freshman from Brazil, is the leading attacker tonight for the Warriors with 15 kills. She'll walk the approach at 25-24, up by Yoder. Shoemaker will set far side. Lacey Hunt, she'll get the big swing and her 14th kill of the match, 4th of the 4th set, to keep the Plainswomen alive in trying to force a 5th set. Now at 25 all, she hands herself the serve. Hunt rips it down the middle, high up by Vidal. 0 set. Too wide and out. Is there a touch? No touch is called on the swing from Rosario. None of the officials in the blue shirts saw any touch. Much to the dismay of the Indian Hills bench, Rosario's first hitting error of the match now gives the Plainswomen set point. Indian Hills does have a timeout conversation between Geneva Lee, the captain, and R1. And Indian Hills at 26-25, they're going to leave that timeout in their hip pocket. Hunt with the serve. She'll flap it near side on Michalska. Set over the net, handed up high by Faleo. Far side for Helft down the line, covered up high by Scottamburlo. Near side swing, Michalska, high up by Yoder, chased down by Helft. Near side, Faleo hops the block at the net, and the Plainswomen are able to send us to a 5th. 27-25, they take the 4th, and we have an extra set of volleyball to 15-2. This is the way it's supposed to be at the 39th annual Sheila Worley Invitational on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to set number 5 between the Northeastern Plainswomen and the Indian Hills Warriors, number 4 and number 17 in the nation. Play a set to 15-2. I'm Ben Bleck as we welcome you back to the 39th annual Sheila Worley Invitational. You know, this is special. I've talked about it before, but Sheila Worley is one of the finest women I know. She is the godmother of sports here at Northeastern and across the eastern plains of Colorado. And my daughter, who just turned 1 today, my 4th daughter, was born the day before the tournament started last year. Sheila got to hold my daughter at less than 48 hours old when my wife brought her up to this tournament last year, and I just got another picture of the two together. Definitely making this Friday worthwhile. And then the 5-set volleyball action makes it even better. First to 15-2. Indian Hills won the first 2 sets, 26-24 and 25-20. Plainswomen last 2 both by the scores of 27-25. As we start this 5th set, the Plainswomen will be going left to right. They're starting 6 on the floor. The same they've gone with all match. Emma Meyer and Taylor Wieskamp as the setter right side. Kelsey Walker, I guess this is since set 3, is the middle with Gabby Oos, and then Lacey Hunt and Annika Health. Plainswomen will have the serve to begin the 5th set. Northeastern has 18 points put down on their block tonight, including 6 in that 4th set. Serve will be hammered by Emma Meyer into the net, and the 5th set starts off inauspiciously, although 4 of the 5 sets have started off with Indian Hills winning the opening point. But it gives the serve to Genesis Lalane, who has 6 aces tonight. The 6'3" Dominican Republic setter for the Warriors. Little pop short, diving dig up by Yoder. Meyer will set far side, and a 2-hit violation on the set for Emma Meyer. The first ball handling error since early in the 2nd set, is the 4th in the match. 4 of the Plainswomen's 5 losses have come when they have 4 or more ball handling errors in a match. Serve down the near side, fielded far pin for the Plainswomen. Off the block goes Helf. Scramble to keep it in play. Helf again will roll it over the block this time. Bumps at Lalane. Little runner back for Valee. And Jenna Valee will find the floor for her 6th kill of the match, 4 of which came in the 1st set. And Indian Hills is out to a 3-0 run in this 5th set. Serve hammered down the middle, and a 7th ace for Genesis Lalane, and a timeout I think is coming right here for Coach Chrisman. She walks to the edge of the line, and she pauses and turns back. This is not the way you want to start off in a set where every point essentially means 2. Down 4-0. Serve clips the net cord up by Yoder. Meyer will back wrap to Wieskamp. Dug up by the hands of Vidal, and then the bump free over falls to the floor as Scottamburlo gets her 16th on what was just supposed to be a free ball. A timeout taken by Coach Chrisman to stop the momentum on a 5-0 run to start. She turned to her bench and said, y'all don't need to be involved in this. This is about the 6 that are on the floor. And she chews backside for 10 seconds, and now the remaining minute of this timeout will be left to think about what you've done. There's a long history of the Plainswomen playing 5-set matches against highly ranked opponents in this Sheila Worley Invitational. This will be another one, but this is not the start you're wanting if you're Northeastern. So out of the timeout, Indian Hills already up 5-0 in this 5th set. We'll have the serve. Short, and another ace for Lalane. That is now 8 aces in the match, 2 on this rotation. Lalane has her team up 6-0. She'll rifle it down the near side, up by Yoder. Meyer will set to the far pin for help. She's turned down at the net by the block. That is the 15th blocking point shut down for Indian Hills tonight. Scottamburlo and De Los Santos sharing that block. And it's a 7-0 run to start in this fifth set. And the Plainswomen will go to a 5-1. Or no, they will go bringing Allie Shoemaker in for Emma Meyer. So Shoemaker and Wieskamp together now as setter and right side. Serve, shanked short. Hunt digs it up. Big attack from De Los Santos is dug free back onto the Warrior side. Far pin swing will come from Scottamburlo, and Scottamburlo rips it to the floor. And a second Northeastern timeout. Actually, no, the changeover, as first to 8 in the set will cause the changeover. Very rarely do you see the changeover happen at 8-0. But Indian Hills is on another level, and then following the changeover, the Plainswomen will take that timeout. You're seeing why this Indian Hills team is 7 points away from being 16-1 on the season. This team knows how to win close matches, and I said it at the beginning, didn't really dive into it because I wanted to wait until we got into a situation. This is the 5th match for Indian Hills they played against a national qualifier from last year. This is the 5th match that Indian Hills has gone 4 or 5 sets against that national qualifier. I believe the 4th one that has gone 5. They are 4-0 in their previous matches. So this team is not only good with their numbers and the hitting percentage and all that, they're getting it done in key situations. And if you're a Plainswomen team, you look across that side of the net and see what they're doing, find a way to stop it, and find a way to mimic that on your offense. What they're doing is not getting good receive. They're not having any opportunity. When the Plainswomen are getting good receive, they're right in the match. They're not having any opportunity to get it into this one because their receive has been so poor. Genesis Lane will continue to serve for Indian Hills, up 8-0. A 7-0 run on her serve will end on a service error that runs short into the net. So you've been given an opening. Now Annika Helf will have the serve down 8-1. You've got to make the most of it. Got to get your block there to keep rallies going as Helf flies a serve far side. Popped up back row by Shockley. Runner back over for the Warriors. Collision on a receive. Helf bumps that far side. Wieskamp. She'll rifle it down the middle, and she drew the block into the net. De Los Santos, who had been a part of 10 of the team's 15 points on block, gets the first blocking error for her in the match. Just the team's second blocking error. Plainswomen, who have 18 points put down on their block, only have 1 blocking error as well. Plainswomen trail 8-2. Annika Helf with the serve. Fired down the far side, up by Vidal. Far pin for Scottamburlo. Hops the block of the net, handed up by Helf. Shoemaker sets for Walker, who pushes it into the block at the net. Kelsey Walker with her second kill of the match since coming in as that second middle. And Annika Helf will continue to serve as the Plainswomen are now down 8-3. Helf firing it far side, popped up high, back row, quick set. De Los Santos kept up by the foot of Yoder and freed over. Set to the far pin for Scottamburlo, and she'll get the kill. So a good job just getting the foot in the way for Yoder to keep that rally going. Scottamburlo with her 18th kill of the match. 9-3 lead for Indian Hills. So it'll be swiped down the middle, up by Yoder, back row, set for Walker, ripped to the floor. Kelsey Walker with her second kill in this set. And she'll give herself the serve down 9-4 as Gabius is back on the front row. Walker hammers a serve far side, up by Michalska, who gets set on the far pin, pushes through the block, and Michalska joins the fray in double figures. She's just the second Warrior there, now with 10 kills, 18 for Scottamburlo, but 9 for Rosario, 8 for De Los Santos, 7 for Vali. Plainswomen have 15 out of Helf and 14 out of Hunt. A couple others sitting just above the 5 threshold. 10-4. Lead for Indian Hills. Serve fielded by Health. Back set far side. Wieskamp turned back. Covered up high by Shoemaker. Bump set to Hunt. Covered up again off the block. Dumped over by Ooze. And then quick touch freed back over by Hennessy's Lalane for her 7th kill of the evening. Lead is 7 at 11-4. Plainswomen out of timeouts. Maggie Paiva with the serve for Indian Hills right into the net. So the Plainswomen will bring Cassie Lorenz on to serve for Kelsey Walker. Lorenz, the freshman from Monument, one of 3 that has been vying for the libero position this year. Lorenz floats it far side, mishandled, run down by Lalane. Michalska turned back at the net on the block, covered up by Vidal, and a free ball touched over, diving up by Lorenz. Set for Ooze, who pokes it short, popped up high by Lalane, returned back by Michalska. Set near pin for Hunt. She'll roll it crossover. Michalska covering it up. The block was in the net again. Rosario for Indian Hills. Second blocking point in this 5th set, and they're just creeping and keeping the Plainswomen close enough with a couple giveaways. The Plainswomen have earned just 2 points in this set. 4 errors by Indian Hills. Line serve by Lorenz deep. High up back row by Vali. Far pin Michalska tips it over short to Hunt. Dumps that far line. Allie Shoemaker finds the floor. Plainswomen within 4 at 11-7. And Cassie Lorenz will continue to serve as the Plainswomen try to come back and win this in 5. Lorenz pumps the serve far side on Michalska. Set over, short, diving dig up by Yoder, and a back flat will be fluttered over by Health. Short set again down the middle to Rosario, and Rosario joins the double-digit barrage. Now 3 players with double digits in kills for the Warriors. They lead 12-7. And back to serve for Indian Hills will go Larissa Scottamburlo. Scottamburlo flops it down the middle on Yoder. Shoemaker set near side Hunt. Huge hammer. Oh, she missed the back line. She did not get the touch at the net, and the Plainswomen oh, no, they did get the touch. They did. It was ruled out by the line judge, but one of the near side officials says there was a touch, so Lacey Hunt gets her 15th kill of the match, and on to serve for her comes Faith Trinkle. 12-8 Plainswomen trail. Serve down the middle, up by Vidal into the radar zone of Health, but right there to turn it back is the setter, Hennessy's Lalane. Lalane, who is approaching 40 assists, if not over that threshold, 7 kills and 8 aces, also has 3 blocks and a block assist tonight. 13-8 Indian Hills, 2 away. Serve shanked into the net by Josie Shockley. Plainswomen down 13-9. You need a run on service right here from Grace Yoder to avoid facing match points down. Yoder flies it deep, handed up back row. Far pin for Vali. Checked up near side by Health, who's set near pin into the block at the net. Hennessy's Lalane there with Erica Rosario to turn it down, and 5 match points for Indian Hills to go 2-0 in 5 sets on day 1 of this tournament. Vidal with the serve, fielded by Lorenz back row. Shoemaker wrapped to the far pin, off the block at the net. Goes Walker, turn dump into the block of Walker. Shoemaker keeps it in play, and Lorenz with a flat free over. Run up high, back row by Shockley. Set to the near side, there to turn it back on the blocker, the Plainswomen. The dump over is blocked back by Kelsey Walker. So Walker gets the Plainswomen's 19th point shut down on the block in the match. To stave 1 match point off, still 4 to go, as Wieskamp comes back on. Allie Shoemaker, who'd been playing front row as a 5-1 formation in this set with the serve. Floats the serve down the middle. Set to the far pin. Vidal air. Bali into the block at the net of Walker and Wieskamp. And the Plainswomen have staved off another match point on their 20th block of the match. 14-11, timeout by Indian Hills. Plainswomen have been doing it since they've been out of timeouts following their second timeout on the 8-0 changeover, and they're doing it in a 5-1 with the shorter of their two setters on the front line in Allie Shoemaker. We're going to have a lot to dissect on our post-game show, win or lose, because both teams played a phenomenal match. Both of these teams, I have a sneaking feeling, are going to flirt with getting themselves to the national tournament in West Plains, Missouri. Region 9 is awfully deep this year, but Plainswomen hoping to make a fifth straight trip. Shoemaker with the serve out of the timeout. She'll punch it far side on Scott Umberlo. Backs it near side to the back corner. Down for the kill goes De Los Santos. And Indian Hills, after seeing the Plainswomen surmount the 0-2 deficit, comes back and wins in the fifth, 15-11. Our post-match show is next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.